Okay, guys, welcome back. And today is the chapter number 2, process of recording transaction. And this chapter, we will study the accounting for business transaction, which means first you have to understand that what we mean by transaction. So transaction is every business activity like, buying, selling, bank salary. So we call that as your transaction. And these transaction must be must be recorded properly to track money. For example, let's say we have a shop and this shop sell goods worth 10,000 and it must record the sale in its book. Okay. Now, the other topic that we will discuss here, that will be the financial documents, which mean that these documents are basically a papers or digital record that prove a transaction happened. So these are just evidences. And the common documents in these financial documents is your invoice. It might be your receipts or bank statement. So, for example, a receipt from a supplier show you are paid RS 5,000 for a raw material. Now, after that, you will study in this chapter the processing business transaction. And these business transaction, we have different categories. The first one here, if you see sources of accounting records, how accounting data is used, tools and technique for accounting data processing, accounting system linkage, computerized accounting system, data risk, and security. So the first one is source of accounting record, which means the original document used to create accounting entities. For example, a purchase invoice is a source document for recording expenses. Okay, so the purchase invoice. And how accounting data is used. This means that data is used to prepare reports, so check performance and make decisions. For example, a monthly sale data help decide which product must be profitable, right? After that, we will study the tools and technique for accounting data processing, which means that this includes your journal, your ledgers, spreadsheet, and accounting software. So, for example, let's say a ledger show how payment, made to a supplier over time. So a ledger shows that all payments made are to supplier over time. So these are the tool and technique for accounting data processing. After that, we will discuss about accounting system linkage. And this topic is basically, the linkage between different parts of the system. It means that, different parts of the system are connected. For example, your sales, your purchases, your payroll, etc. Okay. So, for example, when a sale is recorded, inventory and cash record also updated. When you purchase something, then definitely your inventory will also be updated for that, and your cash record will also be updated for that. After that, we'll discuss the computerized accounting system. And computerized accounting system is basically, a software like a QuickBooks, a QuickBook, or say automated accounting task. So, these QuickBooks and SAP are used to automate your accounting tasks, and these are the computerized accounting system. For example, let's say we want to entering a sale in the system, so automatically update all the related accounts, update a transaction. For example, if you purchase something, then you will enter that purchase, and after you enter the purchase, your inventory, your cash card will be automatically updated. After that, we have the 2.26 data links and security. And this means that, risk include data loss. Definitely, you will have the risk of losing your data. There must, maybe a problem, or you can say a risk of hacking or errors. Security measure, for example, we're using a password, backup, access control. So only, let's say you are just, taking the preventive action. For example, a finance manager, and we assume that only the finance manager can access the salary record. So this is a security you have to be put when you are doing your business. After that, we will discuss document retention. Here is, this is just a brief thing that how you retain your documents. So, which means that businesses must keep record for legal and audit process. And, retention period definitely it's vary from 5 to 10 years. That for that you have to retain your document. For example, a tax authority may ask for old invoice during the audit, or maybe the auditor asks you a record. So you have to retain your documents, and that will you produce when someone asks. After that, we have the coding, which is the subtopic of the coding topic is what is coding, example of coding system and benefit of coding. And you must have to be understand that coding means giving number or letter to items for easy tracking. That means coding. So we understand that coding is basically giving number or letter to item, and that or for easy tracking. For example, let's say we have a customer and we give the number 8001. So this is the customer coding. If we give supplier a coding, for example, S002, if you want to give coding to expense, is like expense code will be like E is equal E100, or you may say E001 like this. So these are the coding. And the example of coding system will be discussed in this chapter, which means that you will have a numeric codes, alphabetical codes, or combinations. We'll discuss all these. So for example, you have a product. So the product codes like will start from the P, that P001. Let's say this is for pens. And if you are using P002 and this, let's say, for the notebook. So there are different code you will use. And after that, we will discuss the benefits of the coding, that why we're using coding and what are the benefits. So the first one benefit will be that it will speeds up data entry, reduce errors and improve organization. For example, if you have, using coding, instead of typing stationary expenses, so you just enter a code E105 or 106, and it will be easy time, your time consumption will be reduced. So that is the area we will cover in this chapter. So what we have understand that the syllabus coverage which mean that this chapter cover how transactions are recorded, processed, and secured, and it also explain coding and computerized system that we have discussed, and we will discuss it later in a very detail. Now let's move on. We have to discuss one topic from this one, that's accounting for business transaction. And business transaction, we will discuss all these things step by step. That what is business transaction, and we have discussed this earlier. The first step here, if you see here, that this is the step number one, business transaction sales. Let me change the color. Okay, now we have to discuss, accounting for business transaction, uh, and we'll discuss step by step the accounting process. Okay, so what is business transaction? These are basically the everyday activity where money is involved. And for example, you are selling goods to customer, or you are buying supplies from vendor, and so on like that. In bank salary to employee. So these are the starting point of all accounting record. Okay, this is the step number one. Step number two is about financial documents, which means that these are the written proofs of transaction. For example, a customer invoice, which show that how much a customer owes. You may have the credit note, which are used when a goods or return or discount are given. You will have a bank statement which show money is received or paid. So these are the documents which are used to record transaction into the system, right? After that, you will have the step number three, and that is related to the computerized accounting system. This is step number three, which means that software like QuickBook, say, or you may say like Tally, and these is used to enter and manage data. So what are the benefit of using these computerized accounting system? And you might have know about that, benefits of using computerized accounting system as, as fast data entry, automatic calculation, definitely, and you will have easy reporting. And so which means that these system help record, classify, and store the financial data. And the step number four, this is the step number four, which is related to general ledger accounts, which means that ledger is basically the books or system or transaction or group. And for example, you will have a trade receivable account. So trade receivable account tracks money owed by customer. your payroll accounts, which record salary payment. So, which means that this is where data is classified into proper category. After that, you will have a step number 5, and this is your trial balance. And trial balance is basically a summary of all ledger, a summary of all ledger balances. So this is used to check that if the debit is equal to the credit. Okay. For example, if your total debit is, let's say, 100 and your total credit is also 100, this means that trial balance is correct. So this step ensure accuracy before preparing the final report. And after that, you will have the step number 6, and this is related to the financial statement, which means your final reports, which are prepared for decision makers. So final report prepared for decision making, and we have types of financial statement which are relevant or will be examined in your exam. That is your statement of financial statement and statement of profit or loss. And the statement of profit or loss show that income and expenses was statement of financial position, show your asset, liability, and equity. Okay, so these financial statements are shared with managers, with investors, and government. Now, what we have understand that we have 4 key action in the process. The first one is regarding data, which means that entering transaction into the system. Then we have the second key action in this process is classifying data. This one, which means that grouping into correct ledger account. And then you'll have summarizing data, which means that creating trial balance from ledger total, and then you're communicating that data, mean preparing the financial statement for user. Okay, so we have understand that this process show how a simple business transaction like selling goods become a part of a company financial report. So it starts with the documents, goes through computerized system, get classified and ledger, check in trial balance, and finally present in a financial statement. And each step ensure that the data is accurate, organized, and useful for decision making, right? Here we have just a theoretical part of the diagram which we have discussed in a very detail, but let me summarize it again. That we have the accounting flow, and this is just accounting flow, and you can say like it's a text version. Before it was a diagram. So what we understand that business transaction is basically a transaction that or a real world events where money is involved, and we have discussed that selling product to customer, paying rent, or you may say like salaries, and then buying goods from supplier. So these transactions are the starting point of the accounting process. After that, we have discussed about the recording into the accounting system. They in the past transaction were written in the physical books like a manual system, and now most businesses are computerized accounting system. So we are now using computerized accounting system, which means that for example, you have a sale of 5,000. 5,000, and this is end-to-end accounting software. For example, you have a QuickBook. This is your quick. Okay. After that, we have discussed already that financial documents, that these are created by the system and sent to the relevant party. For example, you have invoice. Invoice is sent to the customer for payment. Credit note sent when good or return. So these documents act as a proof of transaction. Then we have discussed about classification into ledger, which means the transaction are grouped into specific account. And the general ledger is the main book of account. And we have discussed that when sales go to the sale account, and salary go into the payroll account. So this step classifying your data, we can call it as a classification of the data. And then after that, we have discussed about the trial balance. The trial balance is produced. So which means that trial balance is basically a list of ledger account and their balances, and which are used to check and the total debit is equal to the total credit. So this step is ensuring, and we can call this summarizing data. After that, we have discussed about financial statement, which means that these are the final reports, and these are prepared using a trial balance totals. And we will examine here the 2 types of the financial statement. The first one we have discussed that statement of profit or loss, which show the income expenses. And another one we have discussed that was the statement of financial position, which show the asset, liability, and equity. And these are used by manager, investor, and regulator. So this is the communicating data. Okay, this step we call the communicating data. So we have discussed in a very detail, and the next lecture we will discuss about the financial document. So thank you for watching.